There we go. Yay, we're back with Genshin after I don't know how many weeks, but you know, that's not the point. The point is we're back with Genshin. Um, and mind you, have I really been playing Genshin? Not really. I'm behind in a lot of things. I did manage recently to finally test run the characters. Um, I liked Chlorid, but I'm not having any plans to pull for her. Um, but the main thing we're doing, how do I get to? I might have forgotten how to get to quest for a second. I still need to do the Archon quest, but if anyone noticed, I have a backlog for my standards of story quests. Normally, I do them rather quickly. But we're gonna do Olachinos because I've been having to quick start her thing. Oh my god, why is my light blinking like this? There we go. Um, I've been having to quick start her flipping like boss fight. Oh, it interferes with the yeah. I don't care about that commission. Yeah, so this is a commission. It doesn't matter. Don't know why it took me that long to comprehend what it was saying.
It's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Let me pull out Xiao. It's been too long since he's still in the show because I don't remember the last time I really had him on my team like this.
Hey, traveler.
Oh, right, Lenny.
Oh, Paimon knows
I
that voice.
definitely didn't forget about Lenny's existence at
Over
all.
here.
He exists. There's no reason to ever say his name with the exclamation point, though. It's a little too much
To
energy.
borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
Yeah, don't actually care.
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Only one I like is Lynette.
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson?
Wow.
Seems like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Why? Yeah, like, why would he
well-
tell us?
Since the two of you are so curious,
Oh.
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Or she just pops out of nowhere.
You scared Paimon half to death.
Not good enough, Paimon. Time for you to go.
Father, you're here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to
I
know.
love
It's all
just...
probably super confidential.
She really did appear out of nowhere, and I appreciate
We
that.
totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
I mean,
I
yeah,
understand.
you're still
I'm well
technically
aware you've
Fatui.
had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
You know, at
As
least
for
she's
right
honest.
now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely
You know, it'd be really
with us in the
nice
past.
if we just take the rest
As
of the
for the issue
Harbingers
at
and we
hand,
don't turn them into
well,
boss
It
fights.
hardly relates to
Because-
any ulterior motive.
What, there's like
To be frank, it all stems
the
from a
fourth
certain rumor
one,
circulating around
the
the House
fourth
of the
Fatui
Hearth.
Harbinger who would be a
It's
boss
an
fight, because I am still
internal
counting Wanderer.
What
Um,
sort of rumor?
And that's hateful.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
Paimon,
The
why?
spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth.
Also, I
So
love
I
how I'm
decided
just
to
like
bring the
being so
children to
judgmental.
Poisson before
At least
continuing
I
to
know the
investigate
story
the
in
situation.
Genshin. I'll be playing
I
Honkai
expect
and I
we
don't know
should be
what's
able to
going
track
on
down
half the
spirit
time.
fairly quickly.
At this point, I'm
After
just
that, it's
playing
just a matter of
Honkai for the
resolving
bit
the situation,
because
if you will.
I don't know what's going on in that game.
It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Interesting. I also think it's interesting when like while having my character, the knave, or Oshino, or whatever we want to call her.
It
I
has
think
long
it
been a
that
dream of mine to
with
invite
my
you to our
friendship
home
with her, I
and
have almost
introduce
every
you to my
dialogue
other
open, except the
siblings.
one that's locked behind
You're
this
quite
quest.
well known in the organization already.
Like Lenny.
A lot of people have been talking
Like his
about you,
dial-
especially
oh.
after everything with the prophecy.
Oshino's opinion about Lenny, or
If
his
you're
voice line
willing,
about
why
Lenny,
don't
is
you
locked
stay a
behind
while
this
and
quest.
have a little chat
And I'm like,
with
huh,
us?
interesting.
Alright.
So I'm like,
We
what
don't have
about this
anything else to
quest
do
made?
right now anyway. But let's
Um,
be clear, we're just gonna be
yeah.
there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Paimon, shut
Of
up.
course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day.
What
In
if I
fact,
just took
today is the
Paimon
perfect chance for me to show
and
you what I
rang her
can
by
do in
her
the kitchen.
scrawny neck?
Let's go. I'll take you to
I
where
don't
we're
hate
staying.
Paimon. I just don't like her. Which is essentially the same thing. But yeah. But what I meant was, like all these voice lines obviously are here. But then, like, I have the voice lines about, the Vision and then Lenny, and then the last one about Arlecchino that's locked. I'm more curious about the Lenny one being locked. Like, I did eventually, look at all the Arlecchino, like, stuff, like the short film they made and all that other stuff. And I looked at that, like, last week. Why'd I wait so long? Because I'm a procrastinator, through and through. That will never change. Like, can't
We
you
rented this
change who I
house
am?
from
Who
one
I
of
am
the
is a
locals to use as
procrastinator.
temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks.
Like,
So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in
okay, fixed it. And why is because scuff. The answer was just straight scuff. I like how you came in though right when I had like major scuff. Thank you, Frost.
There are all sorts of rumors about your
God.
organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure.
You know,
she can
OBS
take
just
a
shut
wild
down on
guess
me
as to
for no
what's true,
reason.
what's not.
OBS really just said nope and turned off. And I'm like, oh,
Take a good look at how you operate.
okay.
Well,
So yeah, I had to
you're more
re-pull
than
up
welcome to come
OBS.
along.
Super
follow me.
fun. So yeah, wasn't even intentional. It really just hated me a little. Could not tell you why they did that to me. But you know, what would a Tizana stream be if there isn't scuff? I'm too far down. I'd rather just glide to where I need to be. But yeah, that is what you missed. I started a stream and had scuff almost immediately. Like, barely got into the story and it said no. Not the worst thing to happen. But it's fine. I was so productive. I went to the
Winnie,
movies
finally
today,
here.
I cooked
The
dinner,
supplies.
and I
I'm assuming
streamed.
you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go.
So yeah,
Hello.
we're doing... what
Something
on
caught
earth?
your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Being obsessed with the Traveler is crazy.
No way!
Like, Traveler, okay, but Paimon?
Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
We don't have to be excited about Paimon. She's just gonna be mean to everyone for no reason.
One at a
'Cause,
time,
like-
please.
Oh,
Don't
no.
crowd around them all at once.
Paimon
Don't
gotten
scare
meaner.
off our
I'm not
guests
crazy.
Now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
Wow.
As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Since when?
I heard Paimon eats so much
Oh.
that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days.
That's crazy.
That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not. Oh, wait.
I mean,
when guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
I think it's funny.
Oh, we
Paimon
don't
could
need
clear out a
something
whole
like
place in
that.
3 days.
Besides, we don't have
Yeah.
anything to give to you.
Paimon does eat a lot.
Come on.
She eats a lot and she's mean.
I can give you some of my new potions.
Oh my
Just
god.
pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Why did the child have poison?
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. She's super good at it.
I just
Never been caught.
Ah, now that's
I
not a
just-
bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
I get that they work with like the Nay, but I'm like, I'm worried about y'all. Like, why are y'all dealing with poison and things like this?
And stealth tactics. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
Yeah, we feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since
I-
we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye!
I might say, look at all of them who are just like regular people, and then there's Lenny in his extra outfit, and I'm like, you know, Lenny's also a magician. I think I'm just wanting to bully Lenny.
Poison! And stealth tactics talk just now.
I mean, they live in the house of a
Scared you
herd.
did it.
Like,
That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When
Like-
Foltz was really young, He strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Yeah, because normal children don't
Elwar
strangle
has
their
an
pets.
unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that
No,
one.
because these children are
Chef Lo
problems.
is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions.
If y'all are around the
I
same
know you
age,
two
why are you
probably
so
aren't
small
used
and
to that kind
scrawny?
of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best
I'm
of
bullying Lenny
intentions.
again. My bad, my
Things
bad.
like stealth tactics and developing different poisons.
I didn't mean to
really mean a
start
lot to
bullying
them.
Lenny out of nowhere.
They were
It's
just
just,
trying
I
to share
think he
the best of
deserves to
what
be
they could
bullied
offer,
all the
that's
time.
all.
For my own amusement, maybe. Also, I think to myself, I'm going to have to fight, obviously, Arlecchino by the end of this. And I feel like it's not going to end well for me personally. Like, can I beat her? Yes, I've done it before. But it's
Filial, supplies
always
are here.
slightly rude.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Can you chill?
Ah, allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Piper.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
Yeah,
It's nice
that
to
famous
meet you.
duo. That's
I heard
us.
You've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Oh.
You know,
Good for you.
that is a fair
You must be
bet.
pretty familiar with Fontaine
But
by
like,
now.
can't you just like be a
Have
little
you
realistic?
seen
Maybe
the opera that
once.
started
Why I gotta be
Rome
died
recently?
twice?
I think it's called the 4,000
Like,
Thieves.
can we have like slightly more realistic
this is
standards
the
than me?
first
Why
we've
do we think
heard
I'm gonna
it.
die twice?
It seems like it's going
I'm
to
pretty
be
sure all my
fantastic.
characters are doing well.
From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway.
Like,
You should definitely check it
I
out
will
if you
check
have the time.
the training guide to see if they're
And
doing
there's
well.
the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction.
What?
Seems pretty
I don't know what these kids are all. They're worrisome.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Why?
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members
I mean,
after all.
yeah, they are the chillest so
I
far,
heard
but
that.
good. Paimon meant it.
Uh,
Paimon's rude.
oops.
Like,
I'm
y'all heard
guessing you're
stories about
referring to
Paimon and the
Foltz
Traveler, but
and
no
the
one told you
others?
Paimon's rude.
Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Yeah, like, wow.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
What if I don't want to? And Lenny, I don't care about your family drama. Truly don't care.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
I mean, okay.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more.
No.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all.
Paimon, I don't pry into people's lives. I
Only
don't
these
want to
things
know.
super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Like, this is really just called I don't want to know. So, we're not asking questions. I need to prove a point. Yeah, see, all my characters are formidable. They're all reliable companions. So, theoretically, I shouldn't die twice. I should only die, like, once. And that's just not even going off saying this the team I would fight Arlecchino with. Because it's not the plan. But, like, see, they're all doing relatively well. Like, could they be boosted some more? Yes, but they're all formidable. I just had to prove that point. Make myself feel better. Why do I have to go lower? There we go. What did you realize? And please don't let it be a shot towards me. Especially when I do my very best in this game.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
But we're going to do
Father is
Honkai
always
on Thursday.
encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent.
Oh!
So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
So I guess we will play
Well, I
Genshin
should
tonight.
probably get
anyways.
cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
You know?
Then let's head out.
Real. Fair enough.
Uh-huh. Fremine,
Oh, it's
what are you
Fahrenheit.
doing here?
Yeah, definitely
Well,
didn't realize that Honkai would be updating right now. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too.
The bright side is,
I heard
since
you're
my
here
last
as
stream,
guests of House of the
I have
Wolf.
finally managed,
Welcome.
We were just
to
going to make some
beat
food.
the,
Why don't you come
equilibrium
along? I
thing
could
and
use
level
some
up my
help in the
characters to
kitchen, And I
70.
seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
So, you know, love that for me.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon is drooling already.
Of course you are,
Were
Paimon.
you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
For what?
Well, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water. Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Nosy.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night.
Mm-hmm.
Could be because I'm growing, you know?
This is such a
And-
bad lie.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Yeah, that
Tell
lie
me what's
sucks.
going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Yeah. Maybe I should butt out of this. I want no part of whatever family drama's going on.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
Yeah, I get to find out what Fahrenheit's hiding. How fun for me.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth.
Okay.
And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Heart, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Okay.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
What if she just did
must be
sneak
the
in?
phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
Why would he?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
Yeah, that doesn't solve
For how
anything.
long?
Oh, Honkai
About-
updated.
Half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the House, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing
You know what's really
this?
getting me?
I've
The
thought
father
it
in
through,
quotation marks.
And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him.
Okay.
That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the...
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth,
You
I
know?
don't think there's any other possibility. If Claire
Real.
were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
Crazy.
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
I mean, do we need to know
So
things?
what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in
It's
danger.
the father in quotation
Come with
marks. That really is.
There are a couple things I'd
Throws
like to
me.
say to you in private.
If they're going to talk in private, I don't need to hear it.
Those two
There
sure
we
care
go.
a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
Homie,
No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that.
hey,
Just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
oh, how?
Sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I for one wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later
Wow.
on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine,
I don't actually care. I love, like, but then to be Ochino story quest, there's a
No one
lot
can
of
replace
Ochino not being here.
Kind of heated between Linny and Fremine.
I don't want to check on them.
Oh, it's raining.
Ugh. I don't care about them.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or...
If they were fighting
Wait a
Paimon.
minute, Fremine, you're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
everything's fine.
Look at Lenny. He
Thanks
made
for asking.
Fahrenheit cry. Shame
Well,
on him.
We're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble them.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any
I mean, as much as I want to hate, like,
thank you.
Lenny's right.
I
It's
was
so with the
really
travel,
hoping
like-
to keep you out of it.
If a family's having a problem, but they
even
have
if I could
company
think of
over,
some
they're
other
gonna
reason
act
to
right.
turn you away,
And then they'll go back to
I'm
their
not sure I could
tomfoolery
convince you.
afterwards. Which is very
know
unhealthy in
things
my
could turn
head. But
dangerous,
you know,
so
pop
I
off.
promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Me too.
Neither one of you guys would protect me in
Back to the
battle.
matter at hand.
The only person who
If we
can
don't
save the
plan on
traveler
handing Clairvy over
is
to
a
Father,
short animal boy
then
with
our
trauma.
only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to
true.
Poussin. It seems like
But,
wherever the house
Flame,
is, she follows.
He is not a small animal
I
boy.
don't know much about spirits. Do you?
You
two
know,
have any
I was talking
ideas?
more about, you know, Venti, Kazuha,
Let's
Yashao,
see
Wanderer.
Oh,
Just
Paimon
always being
remembers hearing
saved.
something like,
It wasn't
if
just
you
Shao
fulfill
talked
a
about.
spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever is keeping them here
That's
and return
so
to the ley
crazy.
lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon
I
doesn't
have to
remember
bully
where
this
she heard
man
that, so,
on principle.
So it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Like, I don't know. Something about
Well,
Lenny just
sounds like it's worth a
fills me
shot.
with rage. I'm like, this man
Guess
needs
that
to be
means we should
bullied.
go ask her about her wish. But first,
But yeah.
Fremini, I need you to promise me something.
I'm only here for small
is it?
animal men with trauma
I need
to
you
save the
promise me
traveler.
that this will stay between the
And we
two
didn't
of
get
us.
one in Fontaine, and I
We're the
feel very
masterminds
sad about
behind this
that
whole thing.
because
No one else gets involved.
where was another short animal boy
Can
to
you do
add
that
to the
for me?
collection?
Of course. I promise.
Like, there's supposed to be one in
Alright.
every region, and
Then
there
let's
was
seal
none
the
this
promise
region.
Just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's the way you had to count down to a
I
fist
swear.
bump. Oh, wow, that's so crazy. What's up, Lynette?
Whoa!
Lynette!
I mean, she popped out of nowhere.
What a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
Look at them like he's stupid. Please. Look at everyone like they're stupid, Lynette.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Please, treat him like he's an idiot. Mm-hmm.
You're an idiot, brother.
Why he look so
And
scared?
You too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler.
Oh.
And you 4, Paimon.
What did I do?
Wait, what did we do?
Like, I didn't even
I've
do
seen
anything.
Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Wow, blackmailing your siblings is
Not
crazy.
giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
That's how you know they're true siblings.
Well,
I would blackmail my
guess we're all
siblings
in
too.
this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move.
Because if you're not
There's no
threatening
time
your
to lose.
siblings
Let's
and
go.
blackmailing them, what's the point? Also, welcome back. I'm just like, I think sometimes you really do just gotta thank your siblings. Bruh, this has such little Arlecchino in it.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's eaten.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at
Then
all.
what did we need to bring her food and water
Still,
for?
when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are.
There you go.
Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
And you know, Clairvy's
Hello.
doing great.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster.
Well,
I've
Lenny,
never
why don't you
seen
try
you
minding your business?
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and
Interesting.
other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get
I mean, that's a
place on
large
the roster
variety of numbers,
unless
but it's still under 30
roster
minutes
of
regardless,
people
so
who've been
yay.
executed.
Wait,
But now it makes
does
sense why
that
my
mean the name?
tablet was telling me to pre-download.
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
That's,
No.
I mean,
Me neither.
that's so crazy.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
Lenny, stop talking.
Maybe we should
I'm
try
sorry,
a
that
different
sounded really
approach.
hateful. I meant that.
Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can
Yes,
be anything you
a
want.
wish.
Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
See, I think my only question I have is just based off.
To go outside. Where
Frost?
the sun can find me.
Shut up.
That's it?
I
Well, that sounds easy enough.
please that made me so.
Darkness in the house.
I don't know why that was just like
runs deeper
no.
than you can imagine.
But what I was going to
No
say
one can
was
get out alive.
like, cause I'm pretty sure like if you watch the short, little that like animated short they made, that the same
Okay,
like girl
time
that was
to
friends
divide
with
and
like
conquer.
Arlecchino.
Listen up.
But she
I've
was
got a
older
plan.
when she died, so I'm confused on why she
I'll
looks
try
so
and find a
little.
way to use
Either
basic
that or I'm just
illusory
wrong and I
magic
need to
get
shut up.
Clairvy outside and bring her
I mean,
somewhere with
either could be
sunlight.
true.
Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name
So
is
you
on
know,
it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
it's the way their words do not
I'll try
sync
my
with their
best.
mouth movements. My
What did I
favorite.
ask? What should we do?
Paimon, you should shut up.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Homie, I had to
Let me think.
make sure people knew you were innocent
Since
of
Father
murder.
considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done.
How
If the
fun.
worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
I mean, be
You
careful,
too.
I guess. I mean,
Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
so I finally get to hang out with Arlecchino during her story quest, because, you
I
know,
really hope this goes well.
it's her story quest.
No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Cool. These slimes have done nothing wrong.
Transfixed!
You know, kind of just love causing fire.
solidified.
You know, I thought it would have died. Listen, if Lenny's your son, I think you need a better choice in children. Ah, yes, the graveyard. Oh, that's what you meant by your son. The ginger. Ed Sheeran is here.
It's the knave and child.
Is it trying to rain in Genshin at the same time?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
See? Now he's here and it's
I was
raining.
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya. And well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine.
It's
So,
the
I
way
mustered
that
all my strength and made
before
the
I
journey
saw
back on
him,
my
it
own.
was sunny.
What
Now
sort
it's
of
raining
unfinished
in game.
business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Uh-huh, sure.
Okay, so have you found any clues?
Sounds fake.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences
Y'all need
can
to
still
seek
manage
help.
to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
Yeah, don't perish.
the worst of it is over.
Homie, are you sure about that?
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you.
Oh,
Gave me
so
chills
he
all
just took
over.
random drugs.
But they really did help speed up my recovery.
You know?
And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you
Wow,
could think of a
that
way
is
for me to stay
so
in Fontaine
crazy.
For a little longer.
Lumine had done
Helping
nothing
Lily
wrong
and the
ever
others
in her
brush up on
entire
their
life.
Fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is.
Boop.
But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Great.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
No, there's...
So,
yeah,
dear
no.
guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, right. We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know
This
much
is...
about you.
This is so fake.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh,
Man.
well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
The lightning is getting closer,
I'd
but it
also
won't
like to
strike
know.
me.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has
It
been
won't
quite
strike
successful.
me. I have
Telling you the
confidence.
answer to that question would
They
only
don't
serve
hate
to undermine
Lumine.
that success. And we can't have that.
I mean, the lightning also got to go to all three of us.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Why are you so
Well,
evil?
if
That's
there's
sick
nothing
and
else, I think I'll
twisted.
take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
I don't care
Which,
about
by
your
the way,
siblings.
If you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Good for you.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
You are putting out her business. And if she throws you... The lightning is getting real close to her.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait,
Truly.
did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster has.
Oh my god. The lightning...
to enlighten me.
It's just truly
well,
being a
nothing
paid
much.
actor.
Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
How much of this is true information?
Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
I feel like the lightning
Hardly.
struck the ginger.
I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things.
I have
an
questions.
attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
I mean, truly.
Huh?
Like, it's
You're
doing
not
great.
actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
Because people were going
I
to
was
die.
trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland?
Because I'm just
after
like,
all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra
Lightning really is being a paid actor. Oh my
There you
god.
go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Maybe they just don't want to hurt Lumine.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Maybe they just like
Good.
me right now.
Like I said,
Okay?
I like
If
it
that
when
possible,
others have
that
misconceptions
maybe
of
Genshin
me.
just wants to be nice to me
Actually,
for once.
while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
I mean,
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
oof.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I get the picture.
Teenage angst is real.
Well, would you look at the time? I should
Oh, look,
probably
the
get
rain
going.
stopped. He talked
Traveler,
so
climb
long,
on.
we sat there and
Not
talked
sure
during the
where our paths will
entire
cross
rainstorm.
next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Homie, if we spar again, I will kill you.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
All right.
I mean...
Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
I mean,
should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about.
And you know,
Apologies for
nothing
not
wrong.
attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
There we go.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall.
I'm not doing the
And
commission.
Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder.
Oh yeah, duh. I'm like, I need to go to place. Yeah, I'm not trying to find the entrance to Poisson. This is just straight up. We're just doing our best out here. The troublemakers. Can I land on Lenny? Dang it! It's the way I wanted to take him out, and they said no. What do they have against me
Well,
taking this man out?
Long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
I mean, that's just more creepy than anything else.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be your wish if that were the case.
Yeah, Paimon, shut up.
Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
Paimon's a bully.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, what's gonna
Paimon, you
take
talk
forever
too
to-
much.
Can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade.
Okay.
Oh, yikes. That our rare guy has...
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I
Yeah,
asked
don't
if there
care.
was someone he was interested in. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her.
Wait, so that...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So... Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything?
It's the lack of father in this. I want to see
Fremine.
Arlecchino more. She's not going to give me a lot of
sorry.
information to
I
learn
was
about her,
thinking
but I'm
about
just like,
something.
homie, please.
I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange how.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see...
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
Fair.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand,
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not...
Well, that's true. but it just feels like things I can't say for sure.
You think she's been inciting them?
No, not exactly. But she's told me about it before.
It's the way I'm
Experiments
slightly
being
reading
run
this,
on-
but
And
also
they just
mostly
believed
skipping.
all that?
'Cause I'm
Without
like,
any evidence?
Interesting,
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
but not
Whether they
interesting enough to
actually
keep
believe them.
listening to fully.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the detail. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrator have been working on together. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis,
Wait, but isn't that...
key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience.
You know, that's
Father
so
thinks
real.
so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly... It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, super comp...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal
And
strife.
it do be like that sometimes.
Can't overlook the power of fear either. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal.
Homie, then you're
But it
delusional.
looks
That's
like
not my
things are more
problem.
complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later...
We can only focus on one situation at a time.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol, well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick
Yeah.
with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Good work
Yeah.
today, everyone.
My cares are
Have a
just
good night.
slowly
I'll see you
draining
tomorrow.
about this. I'm like, man, yo, not caring. Temporary accommodations. Woo. Oh, I'm really dumb. Don't know why I went up the stairs. Because it directed me, kind of. Okay, next.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry...
Why would I protect you, Paimon? I don't like you.
have
You
to
are my
protect
emergency
Paimon if
food.
that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust is ev... Look! Look over there!
I don't...
Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
No, let little ghost child keep running around. What's the worst that happens when the ghost runs around? Like, she's not gonna hurt anyone. She can't touch anything. That was the running around Poisson. And I'm like,
Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
wow, we're doing so well.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Let's see what this child gotta say.
Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Like, that's great how pretty the outside is.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? Oh, please. Help us get on the same page here, Clary. Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it.
Yeah.
If I had things my way,
I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here. She'd understand.
Harry. There's that. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Well,
Yeah, I
in any
mean,
case,
she is a spirit.
It seems like she looks so young.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
Did y'all do that?
But
Probably
I can't
not.
find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do?
Love the trauma they have in Genshin. It's so mild compared to other things, but still, trauma.
Paimon really doesn't Well, let's head back.
What if I don't want to? Oh, thank God it did everything for me. I'm like, what if I
All
don't
right,
want to?
Looks like we're all here.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we we met the doctor back in Sumeru.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Heart. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
How would y'all how would you know?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true,
I mean,
Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys.
And what would you do,
It's just
truly?
that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
Paimon, what
The
if you're
easiest
lying
thing
to
to
me
do would be
and
just
you
ask the
actually
Knave
are like the
directly,
unknown
but
god?
Paimon
Then
doesn't
what?
think she
Then I have to
does.
slap you into the next city.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
Crazy.
All right, let's get to it.
It's the way they had me. Wow. What lightning did I get hit with when I got here? I guess Frost should be happy. I got hit by lightning somehow. Sorry, that little thing needed to die because I could. There we go.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
You know,
So what are you
call
planning
out,
to do
but
now?
accurate call out.
Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without Child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
You ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
And you know,
Well,
real.
I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Okay.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your
That
friends'
felt like
sakes.
such a violent threat to me.
What should we do?
We're gonna go listen to her because I'm not trying to get murked.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a...
Yeah, like, okay, so I was like, I was definitely just threatened, so I'm just like,
Oh, good idea. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Okay, then we probably
Yeah,
shouldn't keep
I
parading.
feel like I was just
It
threatened.
seems
Like, I
Lynn
feel
and
like
the
my
others
life was
are
in
on thin
slight
ice, so let's
danger,
do our best
so,
to
you
not get
know,
them in
guess I gotta go. Wow, I haven't been here in forever.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm
Okay.
glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
What would we do
I
to stop
assume
her?
you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
What would we honestly do
Although,
to stop
there's
her?
that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
Hey, it be what it be.
Don't you care about them at all? They really respect you.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most.
I don't know what that
Perhaps
word
I
is.
can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Okay. We're not
Ah,
friends with them,
You
Paimon.
seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here. I believe this belongs to you.
Oh!
Do try and keep better track of it next time. It
She's-
takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
No, because this woman is scary. She's
Well,
not.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Yeah, none of my characters need to be healed because none of them are dying, shockingly. And I do mean the shockingly because let's be real, I kill my characters very easily, all the time. What if I don't like being here? Nouvelette! I forgot Nouvelette works here. Hi, Nouvelette. Nice to see you, buddy.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go.
Okay, and
it requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
We love getting a proposal. It's just the awkward silence we're all facing. So crazy.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind.
Okay.
Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Like,
did you get any of that, Traveler?
I would say
Your
kind of
words
knowing I
paint
did.
an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
Dang.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
Okay. I'm kind of just here. I am just like the Traveler and Paimon, sitting here looking stupid.
Transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Girl, be so for real.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken
It's the
to
way
reduce
she's like,
the
oh, I don't know
frequency
how
of
that
such
happened.
troubles.
Girl, it was you. You are the issue.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Like, we really just followed her just because we were following her. Because we're not helping. We're just here looking pretty. Neuvillette, honey. How are you doing?
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two were by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
Neuvillette, since it's you warning me, absolutely. I will be very careful. There's no reason for me to be jumping and acting like this, other than the fact that I could.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there?
Paimon, what if we minded our business?
Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Why does she do this?
Honey, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
Yeah.
Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
No, Paimon. I'm trying to be dumb. Interesting.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to.
Yeah.
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off...
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on X.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora. It's just...
Yeah,
don't have...
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune.
Your Archon's
If only I had
dead.
a chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right?
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we... Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your... That being said, I could be persuaded to give Lyney some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious.
Wait, why are you being so generous?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent.
I mean,
Then what can you possibly...
she got a point.
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive some wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Oh, okay. So if this one will end up having to fight this woman, because homie, I don't want to fight her. And I think she knows I don't want to fight her. Trust me, I know where I'm going. It may not look like I know where I'm going, but I definitely know where I was going. I think. Nope, I might have become error a little. Nope, okay, yeah, Captain's over here. There we go.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Prep my party now? Fair enough. because also I love how low my battle pass is. This is disgraceful. Part of me says to bring out my Farina, but the other part of me says I don't know how well that'll work out for me.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Like, because I gotta be honest, we all know not many characters are really out here doing super well. I mean, more than I would think. Wow, look at Benny actually being really well. Yeah. After Benny, the rest of them all just suck. So it's just Benny and up. And I'm just like, okay. And as much as I love Jean, I don't think she would help me. I'm also not sure about Farina helping, but you know. I could try and go back to like my original team setup with Jean.
We may leave at any time.
We'll see how this goes. Either way, I don't think any of us see this going really well. Why is it so far from every teleport point? Oh my god. I still have to walk there. Yeah. At some point, there might be no winning for me. I feel like this is one of those no winning situations. Like, not because I don't have no faith in myself. Just because I don't get off the tree, Shao. Just because I don't have a lot of faith in how this fight would go. Like, it feels like it'll end. Why is things going red? You literally told me to go over here. How are you red?
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
I don't concern
So you want me to go
myself with
around this rock? Paimon, you're so stupid. What's this? You know what? Might as well try it. If I don't get it, I don't get it.
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Well, I did that thing. And I didn't die.
The rain stopped. I don't concern myself with the weather.
Shao, as much as I love you, we should be concerned about the weather. We should also just be concerned about everything that's probably about to go down. I don't wish to be here. Because I know this is where I fight her.
So long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
I've done this
one
boss
comes
fight
here
multiple
anymore,
times.
Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Lyney and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
I mean, at least I was right, I think.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
Okay.
Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here.
But
For a
like,
time.
if she was brought when
But
she was
quickly
6, but she was
realized that
already
being
her.
part of
Okay.
this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process.
Yeah?
There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
Yeah, a problem.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing...
I mean, do you really think she tried to
Crucibina
convince her to stop Paimon?
right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Fair enough.
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end.
And you know,
despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that
I gotta
kept her
give her
going
points though. I
was
mean,
her
like, you
strength
know,
of will.
at least
Even
friends
with her body racked with
trying to fix
she would
this.
still stand on her tiptoes and open
Not the worst thing
window
out
at
here.
night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Also, the haircut's throwing me
What happened?
so deeply for no reason.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
I mean, unless
Clairvy
you're
never
just
gave
crazy
another
as drunk.
reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own
that's
flesh and
so
blood was
crazy.
a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
She's trying to becoming more
If
down with
she
murder.
couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
But at least I was right. Like, she was
happened
older.
During a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was.
More murder, honestly. Murder solving so many problems right now.
But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
Hey.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity.
Fair enough. Why she goes by father?
Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... was she really a spirit at all?
Homie, I'm pretty sure she's still a spirit.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
So you created her.
Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well.
Memory
is a mysterious thing indeed.
But you created
Losing
her.
A portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way.
Yeah?
Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the
isn't this so much
confines
better
of
than
her
talking
own
to
past.
Lenny?
So if all of that is true...
Because Lenny already had a
you
story
must have
quest.
known
This is
about
so
Clairvy
interesting.
For a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me. and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Which is why it's a
Your
problem.
attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. But
Crazy.
no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved.
Like I said, just murder.
I don't anticipate
All I gotta
so
do
much
is
as
kill
a
her
single
again. No
speck of
problem.
ash will be left behind this time.
Wait!
I mean,
Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Paimon, she's a ghost.
So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
Girl, she a ghost.
It's too late.
Kill the ghost. It's
She
it's
broke
okay.
the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Crazy.
Is this really what you want
Oh!
to do?
Sarah speaking. We love that. We
Whatever
love when
could
she's
you
let
mean?
out of the
Don't
basement.
you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
They're letting her talk more in Genshin, and I
Whether
love
as a
that.
killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time.
So I have to wait till nightfall to fight you? I don't want to.
Here they are, Father.
Ah,
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Homie, you scare me.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh, how fun. I don't want to be involved in this.
Father, let me explain.
Please.
Out of my way.
Flame, please.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Yeah, homie.
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I mean, y'all are kind of crazy. I'm not gonna.
Not! You're lying. Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy
I
and
mean,
a bunch of other
why would
people
he
started
lie?
talking about Clairvy.
I mean, children
You were
lie,
using
but that's
all
not the
those
point.
things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you?
And it's the way the kid also
What did I
started
ever
to
do
be
to
like,
you,
ooh,
huh?
I get to watch the execution.
You, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Yeah.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial.
I mean, get got, truly.
A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget.
Isn't the kid like 5 or 6?
That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month?
I mean...
Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today.
I mean, next time just
If
don't
this
get
were
poisoned.
Any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
Why? Because you traded...
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake.
I mean...
And we should own up to it.
She's a kind person.
broke the
She's not
rules.
going to stop them from
Plain
having their
and
moment. But, like...
And now we have to face the consequences.
Homies are just doing too
I'm
much.
sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
I mean,
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
I mean, also...
And so it shall be.
What would the option say? I don't accept the punishment. You were still going to get it regardless. And Girly Pop, stop crying. You did this to yourself. We're so down with murder for some reason. Let's just...
Father, please wait.
Lenny, you're annoying me. Sit
Something
down.
you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really count as betrayal?
Yes.
We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home.
Can someone else
Truth is,
try and like...
none of us know what a real home should look like.
I don't care.
I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So
Who
please,
said we
Father,
were trying to be a real family?
Please.
It's time for
reconsider.
murder.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Murder.
Linny, you...
I'm here for the murder.
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
I want to just state, there's not a
weapons?
single outcome where Lenny would win in a
Father,
fight
are you referring
against
to a duel?
this woman.
Precisely. The rules of the house will not
Like,
be
what are you going to do with your
altered.
little bow and
Traitors
arrow?
must be punished.
Like,
However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait.
well, Fahrenheit, you could just sit down.
Duel?
I don't think you have it in you.
Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
I mean, obviously, even for Lenny. Lenny would never have a chance. Lenny would get slaughtered immediately. But you gonna draw your stupid little bow? The fact that you pulled out a card, I hate you. I cannot let Lenny have nice things. flippin' Fahrenheit uses the bell.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Letting the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people
Like, exactly,
really
like...
gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Hey, Paimon, if you're not gonna help, shut up.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose,
Because why would she throw the duel on purpose?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
Okay.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
With the dual blade.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'm not asking. I already drew my sword.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less.
Okay, let me resituate myself, because it's time for me to try not to eat crap and die. Oh, I hate this already. This is going to be awful, ain't it?
Stabilize.
It's the way.
My turn now. With these rising flames.
It's the 92 for me. You know what I don't feel? I don't feel help from the other, you know, 3 that's supposed to be helping me.
Now that's more like it. Closer now.
Okay.
The world collide! I swear Father's even stronger than I expected.
We're just hoping she stays in one place long enough for me to do some damage.
Fall of darkness.
No, ma'am.
Destruction shall
Please don't kill
rise.
me.
Have a taste of purgatory.
Ma'am, get down here.
Try to pace yourself. Who's next? Is it my turn now?
I cannot believe I got... No, shut up!
And voila!
Believe in me, okay? How about that?
Closer now.
No negativity here.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
This is definitely not going that badly, but it's also not going that great. You still right there? Cool.
I have to draw my blade. Then
Hearing them talk and not seeing their help is the worst. Please! This ain't fair. The only good thing about her second form is that it's really pretty. Because I've seen this part multiple times by fighting her the past couple of weeks. Pretty form. Hate everything else about this. But it's nice to know that the second part of her title was her actual name. Didn't know that. I was like, oh, cool. Oh my god!
Seared away. My blade is all that remains.
Ah.
By my sword.
I need her to chill.
Now's our chance. Over here.
I don't... Oh, so they are helping. Barely. Oh my god. Why does her hit hurt so much? You mean just try not to get murked? Yeah, I would have guessed to do that.
Barbados, guide us.
This is order. Lament!
Oh, dang it, she...
Now's our chance.
Oh my god!
Sometimes only the beginning.
Please, please, please take damage. Please take damage. Please die. Oh. Wow, that's truly terrifying. I don't like this. It's the way the dual blade just be out here. You know? Kind of shocked he was able to hold that
know
off.
better than to crowd in one place.
You know, she got a point. Crowding in one place is kind of dumb. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about that attack. I hate it.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Homie, how are you not even going to turn the sword to actually hit her with the blade? How dare you turn it to his side? I saw that. That's not going to do no damage. Fahrenheit, you
Sorry
coward.
for this pitiful excuse for an attack.
Yeah, honestly, they deserve that one. And Ed Sheeran want this? I don't think he wants this smoke.
Father, no!
Homie, we cannot stop her by ourselves. Please be so for
Made it
real.
out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Homie, what? So this is just using the shotgun gun on me. She just shotgunned me.
I can't move.
Go ahead and kill me, honestly. Can't do that to prevent it. Just, I accept that L. Oh, look at that. She chose to be nice. And
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
yeah, no. Homie definitely could have just taken me out so fast. Didn't want to fight her. She would have killed the traveler. My story ends there.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Lenny, perish. I mean, huh? I don't know who said that. It definitely
Given
was
that I
me.
am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable
Ah.
level of strength and determination.
Listen, I just said, homie hit the shotgun gun on me from Naruto. Like, she just trapped
Change
me.
the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Good for you.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house.
I mean, fair enough.
And give you a new identity.
I mean, does she look like she's about... I mean, she actually would kill someone. I'm terrified of her.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
You're just letting us go, Father?
I mean, you're going to forget everything about your life, but I guess...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Hey, it be what it be.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down.
I mean,
But
are you?
I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
How dare you be human? Shame, shame on you.
I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house.
Look at that.
I hope you have bright
Surprisingly
futures.
nice. You got up and walked away real fine, Lenny.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Punk. Just the way I'm just mean to Letty, and he did nothing wrong. Like, I think my bullying to Lenny is so crazy because he's done nothing wrong. I just objectively don't like him.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up?
Frost, shut up.
Did I somehow
No, I
travel to the
don't.
future on accident? Or am I dreaming?
You're just a hater.
What a long
Of me.
dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
Can't believe you'd be hating on me like this.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
Oh. Okay then.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me.
I mean,
Plus,
yeah.
I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away.
Okay.
You were brought
So
back
the
each
fact that
time.
you felt the audacity to bring Kyo from
but it
Fruits
wasn't
Basket into
out
this
of
is
kindness.
crazy. We're not even talking about
she
Fruits
decided to
Basket.
make an example of you
That was
by
my favorite show when I was in middle
slowly
school,
torturing
so
you over
calm down.
That way,
Okay? I'm a
the other
grown
children would
adult.
know what happens to traitors.
It's been like
Still,
10
you
years
never
since
gave
I
up.
first seen Fruits
Mother
Basket.
hoped
Leave me
that
alone.
through ruthless duel after ruthless
Oh
duel,
my
she
god, that
was able
sounds
to
so
crown an
crazy.
ultimate victor among the children she raised.
Not the point though.
But you called on everyone to unite.
Dan Hung is just
Fight
Tall
to a draw
Xiao.
in order to
They just
reduce
act the exact
casualties.
same and they have very similar
Your
color
efforts
schemes.
may have only delayed
And
the
Xiao is my
inevitable, but
son.
still,
So leave me
you gave
alone.
them hope. You tried
I will not
everything
defend
you
who
could
I
think
consider
of, but
my
every
children.
attempt ended in failure.
Because no one
Still,
else on that list
you
except
returned
Xiao
your
is my
sword
child.
for Sabina,
Dan
and
Hung
you
is
never
okay,
turned it
but
on
he
me.
just is boring.
On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can
Just
to fight
rude.
for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down.
Can't believe this.
Somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's
Crazy.
more than enough. That's exactly the kind of
You know,
life
with
I
all the
was
talk of
fighting
freedom
for.
and dead friend, I'm surprised
know,
that she didn't
Kiri,
have an animo
I
vision.
think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
It's the
Well,
sinking
it
nothing.
just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps
Why am I
they
getting dragged
would
into
be
this
willing
moment?
to tell you what the outside world
I don't
is
want to
like.
be dragged into this.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Paimon could talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3
You know,
new dresses.
that brings questions on
One
why
for
he would
me,
do that. But you
one
know,
for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
I mean, fair enough.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like?
Now,
I once saw
one
a drawing
question
of
that
this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
you mean
Are there
Oni
any
like
yokai
Ito?
like
Because if
that?
so, they're really dumb.
Sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and
Hi, Pickle.
I will tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Ah,
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But At the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do
I'm
with
just here
studying.
being in fear, but also
I'm just kidding.
truly just being
Being able to
curious
study whatever you want without
and wanting to
putting
like
a fee
finally
for your
unlock,
life.
you know, the Arlecchino boss, so I don't have to quick start it anymore because I've been quick starting it for like the past month. Oh, you know what? That's so
The
real.
situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you.
So yeah.
What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly.
Paimon, take that crap off your face. Oh my god.
Do that. Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Paimon, you annoy me. I can't.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Yeah, so there was no point in us doing this. Got it, cool. We spent all night talking. We let Paimon yap for that long.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Homie, did you forget you're a ghost?
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Yeah, homie. So sorry.
Seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Well, you know, great and cute. But I'm just like, that's so crazy.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
Paimon, you're a certified yapper. You're good. You talked
I also
all
have
night.
certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Crazy. Oh, and you returned?
Father?
Homie, if you're injured, go lay down somewhere. I'm tired of you.
It's Lenny!
Sorry.
Hey, Lenny!
Being a Lenny hater again. My bad. My bad.
What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
But I don't care. The story quest ain't about him. I'm so sorry that I have to be a hater like this.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffetete.
Yeah, the girls who get it.
But
and the girls who
I
don't,
decided
don't.
to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
I don't care what you saw in him either. My bad. I'm being mean again. I do not mean to be so mean to Lenny. I don't know where this
You're
hatred
brave,
came from.
Talented, and most importantly,
like,
you cherish
if there
your
was like a
family.
logical reasoning
You would
for
do
my
anything
dislike
to
of
protect
Lenny,
them.
it'd be like, okay,
Even if it
I
costs
get
you
it
your
if I had
life.
like a reason to explain myself, but I just don't like Lenny. I don't know if he did anything to fulfill my hatred, but I'm just like, man, I don't care for this man.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero,
Ugh,
Lenny.
thank you. I love the condoning of violence.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel.
I
I'm
mean,
not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
glad you know this,
You're
Lenny.
wrong.
Go away.
In
Dang.
my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction.
I promise
and the
one day
necessary strength to
I
act
might stop
on.
hating Lenny.
We may have different
But
ideas
there's,
of what it
I
means to
don't
be
know
a
why I
family,
hate him so
but
much.
You can hardly be said
Like, it
to
makes
lack
no
conviction.
sense.
What
The
you
character
truly
has done
lack
nothing
is
to me for me to
strength.
hate him
For
so
someone
much.
of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even
I
without
mean,
that
hey,
strength,
Minecraft is a
you
legit
still
game. I
chose
just
to
am not
face
good
me
at
in
it.
a duel, even though the
I've tried to
odds were
play it
stacked
and I've
against
died
you.
multiple times.
That capacity to honor
So
your
henceforth,
convictions
yeah.
is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds.
All good
what
things is
tragedy or
crazy.
triumph may be in store.
Like, how could you say
Being
something so
at the head
bold?
of this organization requires the strength
There we
of
go.
will to face whatever
I don't want my
comes.
watch on anymore.
Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor.
Okay.
Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Okay.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time.
I'm almost out of water, and that's upsetting.
Are you certain you want to stay?
Yeah, he's
You've
not going to
done
leave.
so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down.
As you won't even tell me what that
Protecting
is.
my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At
I mean,
present,
okay.
Our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter.
Homie, you are getting way too
No
intense. Calm
demonstration
down,
of
ma'am.
loyalty shall go
Please calm down.
unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain.
I-
As for the two of you,
I just want
whether
nice
we meet
things.
again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
I mean, I have no
matter
beef.
how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired
Listen,
destination.
I feel like I have beef with the Saritsa, and I haven't even met her, and I don't think I should. Nah, she will gonna come from my neck, and I don't particularly want to perish. Like, Arlecchino's great, love her. One of the characters I leveled up and built the fastest. Like, yeah, probably. But I'm just like, I can't even consider the Saritsa like our enemy, because like she's trying to also take down Celestia, which I feel like is honestly the goal.
Didn't Lenny say that like
Because at the end of the day, I feel like we should all just take down Celestia. Didn't land on Fahrenheit. Dang it.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Y'all should be fine.
Much better.
I mean,
What a relief.
because obviously,
What about you?
y'all, I didn't even see y'all on the
You
battlefield
feel
helping me. Y'all just had
I
little
knew you'd
voice
come out
lines.
unscathed.
Just say y'all were fighting.
Us, on the other hand,
I was perishing out
well,
there.
We've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone?
Yep.
Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, they're
I see.
Yeah, don't care about
I'm
me.
glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Huh?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
That's interesting.
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things while she was alive. When
Brenna.
I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about. A
Interesting.
couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never
Interesting.
mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clairvy.
Because why would she?
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself.
And y'all
The
ruined
last
that.
time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past,
I mean,
it has
she
nothing
got
to do
points.
with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already.
Father rarely brings
Yeah.
up the fact that she saved us.
No,
He doesn't
Lynette
believe
did
that being
amazing.
indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay.
Because, you know,
Because
beautiful.
This is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Yeah,
Of course.
just I guess invite us back. I mean, I don't really like some of y'all.
Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy.
Good for them. Yay. Wow, a fireplace. How nice. So that means now. There we go. So now when I hit this one, it'll teleport me right there. How beautiful is that? I still have to fight it for this week. Definitely not doing that again tonight. I think I'd actually rather like split my head open than do that fight.
Will sooner die again than lay a
Shao,
hand
stop
on
being edgy. Now I can switch back to the team that I normally have running around. Because
My contraptions are calibrated. We may now depart.
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
yep, 2 girlies and 2 guys. Mostly just Arlecchino running around Fontaine. Because what else is she going to do with her time? Yeah, I don't think I think that was my entire plan though for the night, which was just doing the story quest. If obviously I'm gonna do Honkai on Thursday because it was updating tonight, even though we definitely all forgot that. Not our fault. So next week when we do Genshin, it'll either be doing bedtime story or continuing with like the other 6 stories I have left to do. And if I did, it would probably be Risley, because his is like the oldest one for Fontaine that I need to do. Like, I'm not too worried about Shinyans or Sinos. They both exist. I'm also not too worried about Chori, because I don't care about her character. But I'm like, I like Taylor Swift. I like Risley. So yeah. And then I always have 8 million hangout quests to do that I have not touched, as I only completed 5 of them. So yeah. We'll see what happens. But yeah. That's all I have for tonight. Her glitching. Beautiful. Love when she starts glitching. It always makes me think there's something wrong with my device. But yep. I will see you guys all on Thursday. Bye!